California's real estate market is shifting before our eyes. Wall Street investors are pulling billions out, leaving neighborhoods and developments in uncertainty. Could this be the start of a full-scale housing crisis? Question: what would you notice first? The empty homes or the sudden silence in the streets? In early 2025, California's housing market, long known for its sky-high prices and rapid growth, began showing signs of strain. Reports suggest that major Wall Street firms, including Blackstone and Brookfield, have started withdrawing their investments from large-scale residential projects. This story matters now because California represents nearly a fifth of all U.S. residential real estate investments. Shifts here ripple through the nation's economy. Financialization, when investors treat housing as a commodity, not a home. In January 2025, Blackstone announced a slowdown of its new California housing projects, citing rising construction costs and uncertain regulations. Source: Bloomberg, January 2025. By March, Brookfield paused its multifamily residential investments in Los Angeles and San Diego. Source: WSJ, March 2025. By April, the market reacted. Home sales in San Francisco dipped by nearly 12%, and listings of luxury condos began to outnumber buyers. Source: Realtor.com, April 2025. Investors reportedly feared a combination of high property taxes, stricter rent control laws, and ongoing construction labor shortages. These early signals created a ripple effect across the state. InfoCard: what we know versus unconfirmed. What we know: major investment firms paused projects, some sales dropped significantly. Unconfirmed: full scale of Wall Street withdrawals or long-term impact. By May 2025, the effects of Wall Street's withdrawal became more visible. San Diego luxury condo projects were postponed indefinitely, and several smaller developers began reducing construction crews. June saw a notable increase in the number of listings, particularly in mid-tier neighborhoods, signaling a market shift. Realtors reported that homes which previously sold within days were now sitting on the market for weeks. By July, the California Association of Realtors confirmed that statewide home sales had dropped by 8% compared to the previous year, marking the steepest decline since 2010. Multiple sources report the scale of the withdrawal. Bloomberg noted that Blackstone's California portfolio investments decreased by nearly $1.2 billion over 6 months. Similarly, the Wall Street Journal reported that Brookfield's multifamily residential projects in Los Angeles and Orange County were put on hold, citing cost pressures and regulatory uncertainty. The California Department of Housing also confirmed a slowdown in permits for new construction, particularly in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego counties. What we know versus unconfirmed. What we know: major investors paused projects' home sales, and new construction declined. Certain mid-tier markets are slowing more rapidly. Unconfirmed: whether this trend will trigger a long-term housing crisis, full financial impact on small developers. While the numbers show a clear shift, the story isn't complete without looking at the range of perspectives from experts, analysts, and those directly affected. In the next segment, we'll explore conflicting views and the human impact of these market changes. Financialization explained: housing as investment, not home. Not everyone agrees on the severity of California's real estate shift. Some analysts argue that the market is simply correcting itself after years of rapid growth. These experts point out that declining sales in some areas may stabilize prices in the long term, making housing more accessible for middle-income families. On the other hand, other commentators warn that the withdrawal of large investors could exacerbate affordability issues, particularly in urban centers where luxury development has long dominated. Question: could this slowdown finally make housing more affordable or worse? And don't forget to comment your answer. Despite multiple reports, uncertainty remains. It's unclear whether smaller investors will step in or if regulatory policies will shift to encourage development. We also don't yet know how many projects will be permanently canceled or whether the state will face a ripple effect in employment for construction workers and associated services. For Californians, the numbers translate into real-life struggles. Many first-time homebuyers face higher competition, while renters see potential delays in new housing availability. Families who were midway through purchasing a home have reported canceled deals due to halted developments. Realtors share stories of buyers losing deposits or needing to restart the process entirely. Workers in construction and property management feel the strain as projects pause. Some have faced reduced hours or layoffs, illustrating how financial decisions at the top ripple down to everyday people. Human costs, even when markets are numbers, people feel the impact. While human stories reveal the immediate impact, experts help us understand why this matters for the larger economy. In the next segment, we'll explore the expert lens and what these shifts could mean for California's future. Experts explain that California's housing market has long been financialized, meaning many investors treat homes as commodities rather than living spaces. This creates a delicate balance. When Wall Street pulls out, supply suddenly slows, projects halt, and prices can become volatile. Think of it like removing a few key players from a chessboard. Every move changes the strategy. Analysts also point to historical parallels. During the 2008 financial crisis, rapid withdrawal of investment caused similar disruptions, though the scale and regulatory environment were different. Financialization in plain English. Homes are treated as investments, not just places to live. Here's what we know so far. Wall Street firms are pulling billions from California real estate. Luxury and mid-tier projects are slowing, and families feel the impact. What we don't yet know, how long this slowdown will last, whether smaller investors will fill the gap, or how regulations might shift in response. High confidence scenario. Some mid-tier developers step in, projects resume, and home prices stabilize within 12 to 18 months. Medium confidence scenario. Market correction continues for 2 to 3 years, slowing construction, but gradually improving affordability for first-time buyers. Low confidence scenario. Prolonged investor absence triggers wider economic ripple effects, impacting construction jobs, local businesses, and regional property values. Which path will California take, and how will it affect everyday residents? Understanding the expert perspective helps frame the human and financial stakes. Next, we'll wrap up with a calm, thoughtful conclusion and guidance for viewers on how to stay informed. California's real estate market is at a crossroads. The withdrawal of Wall Street investments highlights both the fragility and resilience of this complex system. While uncertainty remains, understanding the trends, data, and human impact allows us to prepare and make informed decisions. To stay updated on the California housing market and other real estate trends, subscribe and click the notification bell. All information presented here is sourced from reputable outlets, government reports, and expert analyses. Key references include Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, LA Times, Realtor.com, the California Association of Realtors, and academic studies. Markets evolve daily, and ongoing updates may change the scenario over time. This video is intended for informational purposes only and is presented with strict neutrality. No speculation about individual firms or persons is intended, and no definitive blame is assigned.